Welcome to the first ever Battle of the Folk Bands. So, as I say, this is the first time Hands Up Patrol has ever held this competition. To mark the occasion, we're going live on YouTube, going all tech savvy. We've also got a thing going on Twitter if you're watching from home, where you can put hashtag and then your favourite band, and you can see the popular vote at home at the end, see who the home winner is, if you like. So tonight is the part in the process that actually started way back in November, where there was an online application where 28 people applied. And tonight it will be narrowed down again to just one winner. And the panel of judges tonight are the posh ones at the back, at a table. They are Dave Francis, Ross Ainsley, Craig Corse, Joy Dunlop and Marianne Campbell. Before I introduce to you the first act, I would like to invite Jim Sutherland onto the stage to say a few words. Jim is a performing musician, a producer and a composer, and really at the forefront with a long career in playing in lots of different folk bands on the traditional Scottish music scene. So please welcome Jim Sutherland.
Hello. Simon asked me to talk for 2 minutes. Can somebody keep an eye on that, on the time? He asked me to come and talk because I've been in bands and I'm officially a grandfather now. And so that gives me some sort of credibility, apparently, being a grandfather. Actually, you know, I owe such an awful lot to music. If it wasn't for music, I don't know what I'd be doing really. I'd be working as a fitter turner, I think, or something like that, in the north of Scotland. And music has kind of got me all around the world and made all sorts of friends for me, and a few people who probably don't like me very much as well. But music for you, there's an awful lot of competition. Here we are in a competition. Battle of the Bands. I don't know when the last folk music Battle of the Bands was. I've seen a few in the 90s and in the noughties, and really looking forward to this one. I really don't have much else to say. I think that's my job done, isn't it? That's my job done.
There we go, wise words indeed. Okay, I'd like to introduce to you, here's the musical part. Our first band tonight is one of two 60s bands. They met at the RCS, they're all first years, and they combine sounds from England, Scotland, Ireland and the Isle of Man. They debuted this year at Celtic Connections, and also took part in the Danny Kyle Awards, where they won highly recommended. And they also made quite a storm on social media when they debuted their Facebook page. It was absolutely everywhere. I was quite jealous actually. We've got a fantastic debut video and they're really active, telling you what they're up to, so I'll put it over to them. Please welcome Trip.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers. How's everyone doing, all right? Brilliant. Well, yeah, as we said, we are Trip, and it's a massive pleasure to be here opening up the Battle of the Folk Bands tonight. And it's a great night for us because this is really the first thing we did as a band when we formed back in October, just at our university halls. And we entered this competition, and it's been great just gearing up to it over the last few months and playing together and arranging some sets and stuff. So, yeah, that first set we started with a traditional reel called Farewell to Ireland, and then ended with 2 tunes by our brilliant fiddle player, and it's actually her birthday today as well. So, Isla Callister.
Thank you. So we're going to carry on now with a song, and this song is from the Isle of Man, where I'm from. It's called The Wren and Ee, and it's in Manx Gaelic, and it's a lovely lullaby. We've livened it up a wee bit, and we're going to welcome the lovely Mary to the stage to join us. So, hope you enjoy it.
Thanks very much. Cheers. So that's us come to the last set of hours for tonight. A few thanks to do. Massive thank you to Simon. Where is he? There he is. He's over there somewhere. Massive thank you to Simon for putting all this together and all the guys behind the scenes. Thanks to the sound guys especially. They've been great. Made it really effortless today. And a massive good luck to the rest of the bands. Maybe not tonight, but for the rest of their careers, possibly. So we'll play a last set of First for you, and Mari will tell you a bit about that.
Session doch rioch lay set first. We're going to finish off with a set of Push to Bail, a collection of upbeat Gaelic songs. The first one is a little song from the perspective of this young man. His girlfriend's father won't give him permission to marry her. So the title is Big John Won't Give Me His Daughter. And then we're called Morak. And then the last one is another reel of A Shepherd and His Ram. So here is a set of Pushed. And thanks.
Before we do that, I forgot to introduce the band. I got too excited. So on stage right is Craig Baxter and Baran. And Mr. Tiernan Carell on flutes. Isla Callister from the Isle of Man on the fiddle. Mary McLennan on vocals. And Mr. Michael Biggins on box.
And on the piano tonight, Mr. Rory Matheson as well.
Gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash. Gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini gato de amor en yen go gato de amor en yen go murton na klehini yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash yen down a school am salis te hoven coolere schanel te vejun te zien nach don do belemash. Catch you right.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Give it up one more time for Trip. Totally fantastic. I was at the back wondering if they needed a backing dancer. It was so good. Right. Next up, we have the Iona Fife Band. Iona is just like so active at the moment on the traditional music scene. She actually came up today from London, gigging in London. Based around Aberdeenshire folk song, they have been gigging extensively around the UK and beyond, doing lots of festivals this summer. While they set up, I'll use this opportunity to tell you all about another project that Hands Up for Trad does called Tinto Tasters, which is an opportunity for a weekend residential for young people from the age of like primary 6 upwards. It's a great opportunity for young people to meet other young people who play traditional music and potentially meet bands like these. I can also tell you all about Hands Up for Trad's podcast, which you can find on the Hands Up for Trad website, where you can listen to all the exciting bands coming up as well. In this band, we've got, let me find, Iona herself, obviously, Luke McNally, Callum Cronin, Charlie Gray and Ross Miller. Now, Luke McNally is actually in this competition twice. You'll see him again later on in Dosca. So you could say he's actually competing against himself tonight, which is... Fantastic. I'm going to leave Iona to give you some more information. So please welcome the Iona Fife Band.
Aye, Maddie's a wee bit bigger than me. So, there we go. We're going to start off with a ballad, as we mean to go on. This song is called The Swan Swims Sae Bonnie, and there's lots of northeast variants of it, as well as an English variant of it, which I found from the singing of Pete Coe. And I realised that he collected this from Frank Kidson, who had collected it from Alfred Mooney in Liverpool. But I then took it to a northeast kind of dialect and vernacular. So, Swan Swims Sae Bonnie O. It's based about the two sisters, or the two sisters of Benori. One of the most well-known ballads that's travelled to Scandinavia, to England, Ireland, and way beyond.
Went to see the boats coming. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, and they walk till they come to the water's brim, and the swan swims sae bonny, oh. The eldest sister pushed the youngest in. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, For she kent her sister, she couldna swim, and the swan I swims bonny. Oh, sister, sister, lend me your glove. Hey, oh, my body, oh, and ye shall hae my ain true love. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, I'll ne'er lend you neither hand nor glove. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, but I will hae your ain true love. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, sometimes she sank, sometimes she swam. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, till she come to rest in the miller's dam. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, the miller drew her body to the shore. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, and they re-stripped her of all she wore. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, he made a harp at her breast bane. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, the soon crow melted a hair to stain. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh. Cadwch locks o'r ala hair. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, and with them he strung her harp so rare. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, he's ta'en the harp to the Lord's high hall. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, and there was the family assembled all. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, it was the eldest sister's wedding day. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, but the only tune that the harp would play was the swan swims sae bonny, oh, near does sit my father the king. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, and my mother the queen. And the swan swims sae bonny, oh, near does sit my false sister Anne. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, has drowned me on in sea man. And the swan I swims bonny, oh, the miller was hung upon the gallows high. Hey, oh, my bonny, oh, the sister was burnt at the stake nearby. And the swan I swims bonny, oh.
So I'll just introduce who's on stage with me tonight. On the far right, I have Ross Miller. I have Charlie Gray on the fiddle. And Luke McNally on guitars and singing. We're going to carry on with a slower one now, and one that hopefully Abdi can join in and sing. And it's become one of my favourites in the past few months. And it's a kind of northeast song, but it's not a traditional bothy ballad. It would be kind of like a third generation bothy song. It was written by a man called Charlie Allen, and I heard it when I was very, very young from the singing of Scott Gardner, and it's taken me quite a while to sing it. But Lonely in the Bothy. There's a chorus, but there's a refrain. If you could all maybe sing, for it's lonely at night in the bothy. Got it, aye? Cool. Let's go.
sydyn a glue. He couldn't back a tractor kit, there was no why he could blue. Therefore I got all the work to do that suited me just fine. And I beat and a little timber bothy. Oh, the cow winds they blow underneath my timber bothy door. And the moosies they jukin' and doot the knotholes in the floor. But that's nae the worst o' being here. Discomforts I can thaw, but it's lonely at night in the bothy. Well, I'll sort the mannies fancy bulls and pet them down to path. And I ken I'm the best showman that ever walked the earth. But for no the judgings are we, and for no the sellers won. It's back to my little timber bothy. Oh, the cow winds they blow underneath my timber bothy door. And the moosies they jukin' and doot the knothole. But that's nae the worst o' being here. Discomforts I can thaw, but it's lonely at night in the bothy. Well, I've nae wife to tie me down, say I'm on the loose. And ilka nicht I can be found at Waldy's public house. But you canna blame a man for taking comforts whiles he can. For it's lonely at night in the bothy. Oh, the cow winds they blow underneath my timber bothy door. And the moosies they jukin' and doot the knotholes in the floor. But that's nae the worst o' being here. Discomforts I can thaw, but it's lonely at night in the bothy. Oh, the cow winds they blow underneath my timber bothy door. And the moosies they jukin' and doot the knotholes in the floor. But that's nae the worst o' being here. Discomforts I can thaw, but it's lonely at night in the bothy. Aye, it's lonely at night in the bothy. Well, we've came to the last set of our wee ditty. I'd like to thank Simon and everyone at Hands Up for Chad and Imogen and everyone here, the venue and the sound men, and everyone for coming along, because without you, it would have just been all of us watching each other play. And we do that quite a lot anyway. So this next song is a bothy ballad. Yay! And it's from Banffshire. It's from the parish of Gamery, or the place in question, Petgare, situated in Gamery. And it was written by a man called Shaw, that was his last name, and he was known around the local area as a bit of a rhymer. It's found in Greg Duncan and John Ords and all that, and he actually writes himself into the song. So when I'm going to write a new song, I'm going to write myself into it, because I think that's pretty, yeah. Petgare.
1, 2, 3.
I'll give you out of my orders, but I'm gonna wait on high-heeling hills a while to leave the bonny bucking borders. Cheerily, oh cheerily, take notice what I say, put every man to his station. But I'm gonna wait on high-heeling hills a while to leave the hearts of the nation. Take the lows and yelp at shy, up at Sandy Santica, to the calling yelp at all and your kindness. I'll call he help, he all beat the mill, I and see that they did with great fineness. Cheerily, oh cheerily, come our free but dear, I'll give you out of my orders, but I'm gonna wait on high-heeling hills a while to leave the bonny bucking borders. You'll put Janet to the coal eye and Neppy to the mill, the other two are men for to carry. And as for George and Jack, you'll put them to the rake eye and see that they do not tarry. You'll put little Liza Gray to the gate through all the hay. We hurry up at her cousin Peggy, for it's in below the bands, it's there you'll put your hands eye and see that they do it right tidy. Oh cheerily, come our brave but dear, I'll give you out of my orders, but I'm gonna wait on high-heeling hills a while to leave the bonny bucking borders. You'll carry on, mister, you'll keep all my merry mates a mowing, and you'll take Cato Jack, and you'll pay you a check, and we'll settle my merry mates a mowing. It's you, Annie Scott, you'll put on the muckle pot, you'll map into them porridge o' plenty, for your hungry brosiers is coming for if and give, they live fair and scantily. Oh cheerily, come our free but give, I'll give it of my orders, but I'm gonna wait on high-heeling hills a while to leave the bonny bucking borders. Cheerily, full early you'll rise to see all my merry maids a yoking, and you'll take it, oh Jack, or you'll play you a trick, and we'll keep all my merry maids to smoking. I'll take little Annie Mac be the calling o' the quack to help be the dinner for to carry. And at the outer one he'll mak them not to stand at the mull for a moment to tarry. Oh, truly, come our creeping gear, I'll give you some of my orders. But I'm gonna watch him on high in the hills, oh, at the borders. Oh, truly, come our creeping gear, I'll give you some of my orders. But I'm gonna watch him on high in the hills, oh, at the leave the boy by borders. Oh, truly, come our creeping gear, I'll give you some of my orders. But I'm gonna walk down high in the hills, I want to leave the bonny behind borders. Thank you very much.
Hello. Oh, there we are. So, together, they all are quite busy with other bands. Amongst them, they have a member of Top Floor Tavers, a member of Blue Rose Code, and they also have an up-and-coming Artist of the Year from the MG Alba Scotch Trad Music Awards 2016. Today they're going to be playing a range of their own compositions, as well as some other contemporary material. I actually asked them, who are you influenced by? And apparently Avril Lavigne came quite high up there. Apparently that was the soundtrack on their way in today. I don't blame them actually, too. If you want to know anything else about these bands and you're watching online, I will be interviewing them all. And so don't forget the hashtags on Twitter. You put hashtag, then whoever your favourite band is. If it's Trip, it's hashtag TripBand, because you just don't want anyone to think you're actually talking about holiday. So, I'll leave it up to them to tell you a little something about their first set. Please welcome Tradosaurus.
Hello. Oh man. How are we all doing? Good? We have had quite a nice day today. Started off by listening to Avril Lavigne in the car here. I'll leave it up to you to guess who put it on. It wasn't me, I'll just say that. Yeah, so we are Tradosaurus. Very excited to be playing our music for you tonight. You're very lucky. You're the first people we've played for. I wish I had more jokes while Charlie's setting up his guitar. So we're going to start with a set of tunes. The first one is a jig called The Pink Flamingo. That's written by Nuala Kennedy. And then we'll go into a great pipe jig after that, and we finish with a tune that Kevin on the box in the middle wrote. So this set is The Pink Flamingo.
Hello. So we're Tradosaurus, and we're delighted to be here today, doing our first gig. It's lovely to play for you all. I thought I'd just introduce the band quickly. So as you can tell, me and Tina might have similar accents because we're from the same place. We're both from Lancashire. There's Tina Reese on the kit, yep. I got Kevin Murphy from the mighty Glasgow on the box. Got Ryan Young from Cardress on the fiddle. And John Lowry from Dumfries on the drums. Going to continue with a set of reels, and the first one Kevin wrote, and the other two Kevin didn't write. So I hope you enjoy them. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Enjoy your night.
Fantastic stuff. Let's hear it again for Tradosaurus. Another thing you can find out if you stick around for the interviews is where the name comes from, which I'm actually quite looking forward to hearing about. Next up we have Hecla, consisting of Ailish Sutherland, Iona Kennedy and Caitlin Ross. They are currently studying in UIST, and they're actually the smallest band on tonight. They have an EP out, self-titled, which you can hear on SoundCloud. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good. And they're another busy one, playing lots of festivals in the summer, including one in Brittany, and also Cambridge Folk Festival as well, which will be fantastic. They're also touring with Charlie Gray and Joseph Peach. Charlie, who we saw earlier in the Iona Fife Band. The other thing that you can check out is the Hands Up for Trad TV, which you can find on handsupfortrad.tv, which is nice and handy, all in one big package. Right, I'll leave it up to them to introduce themselves. Please welcome Hecla.
Hello, how are you doing? Have you been enjoying the heat wave the last couple of days? We were up in Stornoway for our end of term recitals, and it was snowing. And then during the week there, we were cooking our dinner on the beach. So it's not often you get a blizzard and a barbecue in the same week. I'm in a bit of a mess here. We're going to start off with a reel that we learnt from an American student that's studying in UIST with us, called Matthew Breward. and it's called The Old King's Reel. Thank you. Thanks very much. We released our wee EP that we made last summer in January there, and we're still trying to find out the demographic of our audience, because a lot of them, well, we've had some mixed reviews. At one gig, everyone kept referring to the EP as a tape, and at the other one, we had 102 15-year-olds who wanted to dance to Ed Sheeran instead. So we're still trying to work it out.
Gimmer det her, Shiv. Vel, Shiv, gimmer? Yeah? Are you doing well? Surviving? Yeah? Cool. Well, cumol sin ornanish le odan luai, seo fed yún sich mi vo shainater agus teacher jidach scaniach. So we'll carry on with a wee walking song, and this is one that I learnt from the fantastic Kenna Campbell. So here we go. Suez ritoch luji jakua hagen yoin morning down hoku ididi welo morning down hoku Vin sonne lemo dragon sol banin yard morning down hoku ididi welo morning down hoku Vin sonne lemo dragon sol banin yard morning down hoku More love, not all life, you would hang and up your morning down hoku. It is morning down hoku. Toka lava lishu suez, jet fun gillian knock morning down hoku. It is morning down hoku. Shinit palava please, nothing piano soy morning down hoku. It is morning down hoku. Dito she is malachit, could speak taking joint morning down hoku. It is morning down hoku. Dito she is malachara, yara cousin John morning down hoku. At the end, we've got on guitar and vocals, we've got Caitlin Ross. To tell you now. Thank you. Thanks very much to Simon Toomere and Hands Up for Trad for having us along to Muddy on the sound.
LCS, either on the traditional music course or on the jazz course. They were nominated for Up and Coming Artist of the Year at the Trad Awards. And they've also performed at the Trad Awards and lots of different venues and festivals, including one in Italy, where apparently they went down quite well. They're also selling EPs, so if you like what you hear, you can take it home with you. As I say, this is the last one before the interval, so feel free afterwards to get yourself a drink if you're here in person, and if not, then hang around, because we'll be back after the break, hearing from the judges and what they think, and eventually our winner will be picked. So this band is comprised of Charlie Stewart, Joe Armstrong, James Harper, Stephen Henderson, and Luke McNally. Please welcome Doska.
Hello everyone, we are Doska. We'd like to thank Imogen for that wonderful introduction. We're just going to finish off some technical things here and we'll be with you in 2 seconds.
Am I on the right one?
Now come all ye colliers that work down the mines, from Scotland to South Wales, from Teesdale to Tyne. I'll tell to you a story about a pound a week rise, and the men who were fooled by the government's lies. And it's down you go, Jack, where you never see the sun, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise. In 1960, just a few years ago, the mine worker leaders, the Lord Robin did go, saying we work very hard and every day risk our lives, and all that we ask of you is a pound a week rise. Down you go, Jack, where you never see the sun, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise. Then the miners, they went home and they were turning well, with their lungs full of coal dust and the bosom of hell. The output rose by 16-18% and more, and after 2 years had passed, it rose up by a score. And it's down you go, Jack, where you never see the sun, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise. Take heed to what I say, don't trust the Lord Robin when he says he'll give fair play. He'll tell you to work hard and to make the output rise. He'll get pie in the sky instead of a pound a week rise. And it's down you go, Jack, where you never see the sun, sun, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week. Rise and it's down you go, Jack. But you never see the sun, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week. Rise.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, because of the whole layout of tonight, we only get to play 20 minutes, and I'm sure every other band's feeling the same. We'd love to play with you a lot more. But unfortunately, we've came to our last set of the evening. But before we play it, we just want to say thanks to Simon and Hands Up for Trad. But not only those guys, it's been a total honour tonight to be on stage with 4 other incredible bands. So can we hear it for Tradosaurus, Hecla, Trip, and Iona Five Band? This last set is called Oblique. It's on our debut EP that we have with us tonight for £6. So if you fancy helping us out, we'd love to let you hear our music. I don't really have time to introduce the band, but please, we'll be over there having a beer. So the second this finishes, come over and chat to us. We'd love nothing more. Cheers, see you guys.
Thank City I was bound, not for honor nor for country. We kill for 3 square meals a day. Off the boat and pack on the shoulders, gun in hand, we're here to stay. At Fredericksburg we rose to meet them, though we knew the price we'd pay. But the Irish Brigade will not surrender. Fog-of-Alla cleared away. General Marr, he gave the order, up Mary's Heights, charge away. The hills were rife with blood and murder as we gouged and tore our way. Macmillan's rebels, they fired upon us, shot and shell, buck and ball. Their green flag rose high above them as ours fell on the battle wall. At Fredericksburg we rose to meet them, though we knew the price we paid. But the Irish Brigade will not surrender. Fog-of-Alla cleared away. And face to face there, a young rebel, he charged me in the fray. I stood my ground and my blade went through him. I did the devil's work that day, for I saw my face there before me in the boy that I hewed down. He could have been a friend or brother, another 3,000 ripening corn, but Fredericksburg was our undoing. 300 left to weep and mourn. At Fredericksburg, the Pride Brigade will never. At Fredericksburg, we rose to meet them, though we knew the price we paid. But the Irish Brigade will not surrender. Fog-of-Alla cleared away. Fog-of-Alla cleared away.
It was really hectic 3 weeks because we had, because we launched the band and then we were obviously rehearsing a lot because we were playing at the Danny Kyle Awards. That was our first ever gig, and then we were really lucky to be able to support Atlas for Folk Club on the Thursday as well. So on the Thursday following that, so it was a really hectic time. But I think it was probably a good time to launch it all. I guess it was a good time as any anyway. So
fantastic. And finally, why did you go in for Battle of the Bands?
I think we just formed in October, and then we've seen it like shared on Facebook, and also we're we're the kind of traditional music department in the conservatoire is based in Studio C. There's like some posters and stuff up, so we kind of use that as like a kind of almost like a goal to work towards, because I think there was a deadline at the end of November, was it? And we had to submit like 3 different recordings. So we said like, right, if we really just hammer it this month, get 3 sets together, and we can send those in. And just, I don't think we ever really expected to get to this stage, but yeah.
Because we just kind of like formed, and then this opportunity came round. But I think that was really a good thing because it made us get our stuff together and focus and do it very quickly, hopefully.
And then I think getting to the final, which we found out in the December, I think it really kind of almost like really bolted us into like having to make sets together. So it's been a brilliant thing for us, not just for this competition, just for the band as a whole and all the other gigs we've done, because it just forced us to get sets together and getting the material going, and it's been really what kickstarted the whole thing. So yeah, it's been great.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And well played as well. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Okay, next up we're going to chat to the Iona Fife Band. Just coming down. Cheers. Here you are. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, really nice set. Yeah.
Right, so Iona Fife Band. Who's in your band and why did you pick them?
Well, really, it's kind of like a collective. We went through like lots of different members for different things and different projects, and we've kind of found a lineup that works and that works well out on the road and that works well artistically. So Charlie Gray, fiddle, Ross Miller, pipes and whistles, and Luke McNally, guitar and vocals.
Fantastic, cool. So you just played like a total pro out there, but what have been like some of your favourite performances, and have you had any performances where you've had like a total horror story from just everything that could have gone wrong went wrong?
Funnily enough, we do. We were playing at the Albert Hall for the Music for Youth proms, and I forgot the words to a song that I wrote myself, and Luke's guitar string broke. But the two just...
Pipes were on mute.
Yeah, I forgot to turn my pipes on as well.
So it was basically just me playing my fiddle to the Albert Hall. And I didn't even know the tune.
That was bad. We've had some really lovely gigs. We went out to Italy last year and that was just really, really nice. What else has been good? There's been some. There's been some really good gigs.
Just not the Albert Hall.
No.
The Albert Hall gig was lovely. It's just the first set was great, and then the wheels fell well and truly off the bogey and every other thing that we had.
It was bad.
Well, you made up for it tonight anyway. Okay, so you're very busy, all of you, doing all your projects, but what plans do you have together for the future?
Well, unfortunately, we don't get to really play as a four-piece a lot, just because of logistical constraints and financial. So working together as a four-piece would be good, but I'm going to be recording a solo album, and these guys are going to be involved in various ways, and we're going to have some guest musicians and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be out next year, and then we're going to take it on the road for a few weeks, hopefully, and then throughout summer as well. So that's kind of my main workload just now. And Luke, he's writing string parts. There we go.
Well, that'll keep you busy. Thank you very much for chatting to me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay, speak to you soon. Okay, now we're going to chat to Tradosaurus. Here we are. Oh, you're a lot bigger when you're all in that one corner. Okay, so like I said, that was your first gig together. How did it go?
Well, I enjoyed it, I think.
Good crack, yeah, it's good fun.
Good. How long have you actually been playing together?
Well, how long have we been playing together? That's a tough question.
These three have been playing for longer than...
We started the band about 2012 or something, what's it, ages 13, a long time ago, and then a lot of us went off on tour and had a lot of other things going on, and they got put in the back burner for a while, and only in the past month or so we've been playing again together, you know. It's been good.
Right, good. Well, I'm glad you are, because it was really good. So, a few of you play in other bands, but like, what do you think that this band offers you all that perhaps some of your other ones don't? Like, what is it that this band?
I've always been able to like play just tunes really, isn't it? Really? Being able to just like put your own material together, because Kev's got a load of tunes that we're playing, Tina's been putting some tunes forward,
and so is Ryan. So it's like having the freedom to just basically play our own competitions and just do what we want, really. Whereas, because I think we're all up for that, whereas in various other bands it's more like there's like the band's already been together, so it's got its own style, whereas we've just played our first gig, so we can basically do whatever we want.
So is like writing your own material, is that quite a large part of like the band's repertoire?
Yeah, so the 2 sets we did tonight, we used 2 of Kevin's tunes, but I think pretty much in every set we're going to have at least one tune that one of us has written. So.
Cool. Well, thanks for chatting to me, and best of luck. Okay, speak to you soon.
Cheers.
Okay, now we're going to speak to creative director Hands Up for Trad, from Hands Up for Trad, Simon Toomere, once I find his questions. So, Simon, tell us about the process of like what's happened so far in this competition.
Well, Battle of the Folk Bands is basically an idea we had because we wanted to get more folk bands playing. It's not a new idea, it's an old idea. Back in the 70s, 80s and 90s there was lots of folk band competitions, and there are folk band competitions all over Europe. There's a famous one in Lorient in Brittany at that festival. But they're great because they just make people think, well, maybe I'll just give this a shot, maybe we'll pull a band together and see what works. And this is what we've got tonight is the end of that.
And what were like the main reasons of running the whole thing? Like what actually inspired you to put it together?
Well, just to keep people making new music, get people getting together. We can never have enough bands. And I just really enjoyed listening to, there was lots of entries with lots of different ideas and sounds, and it was really good fun.
And how important do you think it is to tread the line between playing traditional material and also balancing it up with like new compositions?
I think modern compositions within traditional style are absolutely fabulous. As a musician myself, I've written all my life and always encouraged, because the tradition needs to move forward, and we all love traditional tunes, but we need new tunes in the repertoire, because otherwise the tradition won't move forward. Not all these new tunes will ever get taken on board, but one or two of them with their new ideas, then that'll continue. And young people like new tunes that are sort of modern in style.
Fantastic. And finally, what opportunities will the winner receive?
Well, the winners will receive, they'll get to play at Tradfest 2018. They're going to play at the Sky Festival, they're going to play at Celtic Connections, and they've also got a day in the studio with Caribou Recordings down in the Borders. It's really exciting.
Wow, so well worth winning. Okay, thanks Simon. We're now going to talk to Hecla. There they are. Hey guys, how did it go?
Good, yeah. I think so anyway.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good, yeah. It's great to play with so many great other bands. Everyone was so good. So.
Yeah, fantastic. So you, like I said, you recently released an EP. What's on it?
Well, we've got the first set is like March and Reels, and then we've got a lovely lullaby, a Gaelic lullaby called Crow and Talia, and then a set of jigs called the Angus Jigs, and finish off with an MSR with a twist.
So would you say it's like quite traditional sounding or contemporary? What was the like overall sound you're going for?
Traditional, that's the kind of sound that we're after. We've all been taught by very traditional players, and that's kind of, we just want to keep the traditional alive.
Oh, fantastic. So who are like your individual influences, and like how do you think that like projects onto the overall sound of the band? Start off.
I'd say like Ian McFarlane and like Charlie McCarran are pretty big. So I think I play a lot of Ian's tunes that he taught me. A few on the EP as well.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. What about you, Eilish?
Probably piping. My dad. He taught me a lot of stuff. So, and then I've been going to Ian McDonald in US, so that's been a big influence this year, definitely.
I'll have to say Kenna Campbell. That's my singing teacher right now, and you just can't get any better. She's been amazing, such a tradition bearer, and yeah.
Fantastic. Finally, so one of the prizes, like Simon just said, if you win this, is some recording time. And if you were to win, how do you think you'd use it? Do you think you'd maybe put together an album or something?
I'm not sure. We're getting some more sets together over the summer, so maybe we could record something and do a wee video or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Great, that'd be fantastic. Okay, thanks for talking to me. Thanks. Now, I think we're going to chat to Doska. We're going to have a wee chat to Doska now. So come down. How was that? Did you enjoy your set?
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, I think we enjoyed it.
Fun and vibes.
They were like totally loving it. Do you think how the atmosphere changes like when you're the last band to play?
It certainly puts more pressure on us because the first 4 bands were really, really good. So like trying to follow that was pretty intense.
The talent tonight has been amazing. So it was great. I really enjoyed it.
It's nice to have a wee bit of a party at the end as well.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone's over.
Yeah, you kind of just let go, don't you? Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, let your hair down a wee bit. Yeah. So you met on like different degrees. You weren't all doing the traditional degree, and it was a crossover between the traditional and the jazz degree.
Yeah.
So how do you think that kind of reflects in some of your arrangements and writing?
Well, I guess the kind of process behind the way we write our stuff is like we all chip in equally. So I mean that in itself shows how like Hendo and Charlie's kind of jazz influence can come to the forefront. Joe's obviously got an Irish background, which mixes in with the kind of Scottish traditional stuff that I play, and Luke brings his own kind of like English background into it as well. So although there's a jazz influence there, it's a certain mix of lots of different things. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I had a wee snoop on your website. So any plans to record anytime soon?
Yes.
Yes.
We've got loads of plans, but we haven't very much money, which just seems to be the sort of narrative for everybody at the moment. We're going to be writing a funding application, trying to get as much of that, putting away money from gigs.
Busy.
Something more bit.
Yeah, the new material's a lot more. There's a lot.
When I was 20, which is actually, I think it was last century, and it was in the 80s, quite early in the 80s. In fact, yeah, it was the very early 80s.
And how does the scene differ now from then?
I don't think it differs that much, to be honest. It's still a load of people enjoying themselves playing music, and you know, it seems really exciting. I'm not as involved in the scene as I was then, in terms of going out and playing in pubs and all of that, and kind of being active on the scene. But you know, it's all still going on, and it probably never stopped. You know?
Do you notice any difference with the tunes that are played now compared to back in the 80s?
Actually, not really. I mean, I think there's, in some ways that's disappointing. In other ways, I think, well, that's tradition, and tradition moves slowly. You know, you get people coming along and they do crazy things, and are influential in lots of ways, but their tradition has its own pace, and I think that's quite an exciting thing. You know, that it's the tradition's a survivor. You know?
Now, for everyone who might not know Jim too well, Jim wrote one of the most famous Scottish reels of all time, the Easy Club reel, that everyone thinks is traditional. Now, it's been so well played across the world. What were you writing that tune for?
I thought I'd make some money. No, that's not why you write tunes, is it? It's never about making money. What was I writing it for? Now, I wrote that tune in the minor originally, and you know, so all the G's were natural and the C's were natural, and it's got a particular sound in the minor. which is quite good. I've never ever played it in the minor since writing it, because I've kind of turned it into the major and thought, wow, this is good. But yeah, it was originally written in the minor.
Well, that's amazing. And did you write the tune before you joined the Easy Club or after?
No, it was a sort of vehicle for the band, or the band was a vehicle for my writing, and so I didn't write all the tunes the band played, and we found some really good tunes that were traditional, and some that were written quite often. They've been written in the 50s by pipers or accordion players, and there were some more modern tunes, and we used to pillage Kerr's collection and all these places to find tunes. But ultimately, I was writing tunes for the band, and that sort of helped to give the band part of its musical identity, I think.
And your latest project is La Banda Europa, which recently had a fabulous concert at Celtic Connections and featured 37 musicians.
36, because you couldn't do it, Simon. Yeah, no, that was great. That was an exciting thing to do. It's 36 musicians from 15 different European countries, and they all play instruments that are indigenous to the country they come from. You know, folk instruments like nyckelharpas from Sweden, hurdy-gurdies from France and Hungary, gaitas from Spain, the dolfina, the Armenian duduk, the Slovakian fujara flute, the cymbalom from Slovakia, all sorts of quite interesting people playing really interesting instruments and doing a great job of it.
And you're about to release a single.
Yeah, actually, that's happening just now, and it's a remix of one of the pieces that I wrote for La Banda Europa, and the piece was called We Are an Ocean, and it's got all of the voices of the band in different languages, and I'm also bringing other people in to perform on it, to sing on it, and to rap on it. Loki, who's a great Scottish rapper, I did a few tracks for his album with him, is working on a verse for it just now. But we've got rappers from Morocco, Pakistan, Taiwan, Thailand, Czechoslovakia, Nicaragua, all sorts of people signed up. And we've got some great singers also singing on the chorus along with the band. Billy Bragg's going to record on the chorus of the track from Australia, where he's on tour. All quite glamorous, isn't it? Eliza Carthy just did some singing on it, and I'm looking for other Scottish singers to get involved, and singers from all over really. But the rappers will be rapping in their own language, and it's quite exciting actually.
That's really great, Jim. I look forward to learning to rap so I can be on it.
And the money's going to a refugee charity, so it's all about humanity, and it's not something I'm making money out of, and everybody's doing it for nothing, and I'm doing it for nothing, and so it's a really exciting thing to be doing.
Well, that's great, Jim. Well, your next job for us, of course, is to announce the winner tonight.
Yes. Who is it?
I don't know. It's very exciting. So thanks very much. So
is that me done now?
You're done. You're done for just now.
Was this live, Simon?
It was. Yes.
Was it? Can I say donuts?
You can say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just going to pass you over to Imogen for a second. He's going to tell you a few jokes.
Okay. So now we're going to finish off some of the interviews. We are going to come back with some information about what the winners will actually receive, whoever they are, just while we give the judges some time to decide. It's a very difficult decision, all the bands are so different. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes to chat about the winner, find out who it is, and also listen to some more music, whoever the winner is. Thank you very much.
set you spinning to bring us joy or break our hearts. While I roam to Scotland, all as a small bee, to dig potatoes and thresh the wheat, and I bought a ring for to fit your finger, for to give to you when next we'd meet. With a joyous heart I opened the door, love, that dreadful evening as I returned, for there I found you in the arms of another. Oh, how my heart it did ache and burn. Turn around now, you wheel of fortune, you bind together, you tear apart. We place our bets, we set you spinning to bring us joy or break our hearts. I roamed the world, all to forget you, to blanch the taste that was once so sweet, from the burning heat of Arizona to the Rockies high and blooming peaks. Not riches bright, but rock and fool's gold, this Yukon's treasures yield to me. I dig the dirt and I pan the streams, love, in hopes that one day I'll be free. Here I sit in city, the White Horse Ferry has brought me on. There's many's a man in search of riches, who sold his soul for less, not more. Turn around now, you wheel of fortune, you bind together, you tear apart. Well, we place our bets and we set you spinning to bring us joy or break our hearts. Stumbling in and fumbling too, another morning seeping through, head bowed down as we battle the gloom, cries of lamentation. All my promises, all my dreams have slid and slided through the seams. All my joy and hope, it seems, has died here in the trenches. Another sniper hits his mark, One more hero cries in the dark. The general sips tea and signs his mark, and we all just follow orders. Up the ladder, off we go, to face the Hun, to harry the foe. Over the top, move down, crouch low, that expendable Irish soldier.
Okay, so no, not quite yet, not quite yet. We'll be ready in about 3 to 5 minutes. So if everyone just start getting their seat. Thank you.
Farewell to all of that, the bloody Iron Hand. Farewell to all of that, we're bound for no man's land. Where we join the Dublin Fusiliers, the bold 16th and the forward fear. John Redmond's home rule we couldn't clear, and free our country through proud service. But we were betrayed all in the end, fighting for a land that would not bend. To conscript the Irish they sought to send, countless more to the slaughter. The retreat from Mourne, it hurt us sore, and man through the German ranks we tore. Back to Ypres again once more, where we awaited orders. But then on April 24th, as I watched the line far to the north, through the mist the yellow gas spewed forth, and the corpses piled up higher. Farewell to all of that, the bloody Iron Hand. Farewell to all of that, we're all in no man's land. Farewell to all of that, the bloody Iron Hand. Farewell to all of that, we're all in no man's land. We had lost so many men, we joined with other squadrons then, placed in the Somme to defend the front from the German army. Soldiers blasted, shot, condemned, the battlefield was strewn with them. Stalemate was cried o'er and o'er again, fields of craters, mud and wire. Well, I was dismissed all in the end, war fatigue they did contend, shipped back to Ireland and to my friends and countrymen a traitor. We were the Dublin Fusiliers, we harried the foe, it cost us dear, and now I sit alone and hear the phantoms of the frontier. Farewell to all of that, the bloody Iron Hand. Farewell to all of that, forever in no man's land. Farewell to all of that, the bloody Iron Hand. Farewell to all of that, forever in no man's land.
Hello, welcome back. So, it's the big moment. We're going to find out what the results are. But first, I will tell you the social media results of who has been most popular on Twitter. And that is, drumroll. It's a toss-up between Trip and Tradosaurus, which does mean that they are popular by the people on Twitter, but the bad news is it means they actually haven't won anything officially, but they still get the pat on the back of a job well done. I would now like to invite to you Jim Sutherland and Joy Dunlop to announce the winners.
This was not made for 2 6-feet plus folk.
Yeah.
Shall we stick it up?
Do we share it?
Aye.
Oh, we're sharing the microphone.
I feel only slightly uncomfortable right now. Well, Fesca Magai Vula, good afternoon to everybody. Thank you so much to the bands for performing tonight. What an evening of music. Weren't they fabulous? We were genuinely blown away by all 5 bands, and it was such a difficult discussion that we had next door, trying to, in some ways, work out a way that we could judge 5 groups that were so different in what they were doing. So we were trying to look at, I guess, a range of things. We're looking at musicality, how you were putting your sets together, how you were performing on the stage. I mean, stagecraft is so important, how you present yourself as a band. And obviously, the more you do it, the better you're supposed to get. But when you go up on the stage and maybe you have a bit more time to get ready, then you realise you have to think on your feet an awful lot. So I thought everybody did really well coping with that. There was a real variety in your performances, and you'd obviously thought about how you were going to make the most of the time that you had and how you would present your best sides to us. And I guess what we went for in the end, the best side, Jim. And I guess at the end, what we looked for was the enjoyability factor. And that was really, really tough because every single band had their own strengths. And we enjoyed them all for being special and doing what they do so well. So thank you all very, very much. I know we'll be hearing everybody in the future in other performances. It was a competition though, so it was really, really hard to try and work out who we would put in first place. And in the end, we had to make a decision. Perhaps on another day with another panel, it would be different. So apologies to the ones who did not win, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you gave us all a fantastic performance. So Tachtblyb, thank you so much for that. I'm going to leave Jim to give you the results on a very, very shiny bit of paper that I'm hoping that he can read. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't one of the judges, so there's no point in chasing me down the street over this. I haven't seen what's on this piece of paper. That was a kind of pregnant pause there just for drama. The winner tonight is La La Land. The winner tonight is Doska. Congratulations.
Huge congratulations to Doska. I think they're going to come and play for us again. Here's James. I'm going to get him to say something. Yeah.
We're kind of missing 4/5 of the band. Joel, come here. Come on, talk. Yeah, that's pretty good news. Yeah, we're kind of shocked, but holy hell, how amazing was everyone else though? Let's be honest, everyone was incredible. Oh, there they are. We've been doing this for about 2 years now, and we've played actually all over the place so far. So the hardest thing we've had to do tonight is come on stage after everyone, because they really kind of set the bar. It's very nerve-wracking. Do you want to say anything, Joe?
Thank you very, very much. I said this recently, but it's only really when you're in a situation like this that you get to appreciate how talented your mates are. It was a pleasure sharing a stage with them. So a round of applause, please. Brilliant.
And I think we're going to play a set, so we'll just be 2 seconds to get our pipes and stuff, and well, my pipes and their stuff, and we'll be back in like 35 seconds-ish.
So while they're away, I'll have a wee chat to you about what they've actually won. And that is, they've won a gig at Tradfest 2018, they've won a gig at Celtic Connections 2018, and they've won a day recording at Caribou Studios as well. I'd also like to take this opportunity to say a huge thanks to all the people involved in making this happen. First of all, I'd like to thank all the bands who were all fantastic. Give them a round of applause. I'd like to thank the panel of judges who had a really, really genuinely tough job tonight. That's Dave Francis, Ross Ainsley, Craig Corse, Joy Dunlop and Marianne Campbell. And importantly, I'd also like to thank Creative Scotland for their regular funding initiative, because without this kind of funding for arts events, they do not happen. So thank you very much to Creative Scotland. Thanks to Tradfest for holding this as well and taking them next year again. Thank you all for coming, and enjoy Doska.
We're just waiting on the...
If any of you see like a tall blonde boy that plays fiddle called Charlie, can you tell him to come here?
Here he is.
There he is.
Back. He's back. Well, thanks very much. And the set of tunes we're going to play for you is called Golden Brown. First one is called Golden Brown. It was written by a great piper called Kyle Warren. And the second one is a traditional Irish tune called Elizabeth Kelly's Jig. And the fiddle's not sorted yet. So, yeah. Golden Brown was also a song by the band The Stranglers. That's not what we're going to play, just for your information.